Hi everybody, it's me, the Bipolar Hot Mess. I figured I'd make a video since I haven't been too active recently because I did take a little side trip to California after I had my month-long bout with pneumonia and bronchitis, which I don't even ever wish on my worst enemy because it was terrible. But during the course of that probably month and a half, a lot of things have happened. My first interview actually came out. It was an interview that I did with, his name is Peter, and he's from Manic Youth. That's the name of his blog. We talked on the phone for a little while. So that was it was my first phone interview. I still have a couple interviews that have arrived in my inbox with questions, which I will answer. I promise, David. I promise I'm going to get to yours. I have the answers written out, and they just need to be typed. So that's next. Peter's information, I don't know if you can see this. It's manicyouth.com. And you can find him on Twitter as well. And he was really, really cool to talk to. He's from Washington, D.C. And then also another individual who I've hooked up with and have been working with designs. He designs t-shirts and tank tops, things like that, for people who are in recovery from addiction. So it's called Airwear. So Air stands for Addicts in Recovery. His Twitter name is @AirwearRecovery. The website is addictsinrecovery.net. You can find some amazingly cute stuff, men and women. The other thing about this is he is also thinking of possibly doing a mental health line, or, a little section for mental health. But he's not sure about how much interest there would be. So if you would be interested, if you're dealing with a mental health issue, if you go on his site and you look at some of the cute things, I'm still waiting for mine. I know it's coming in the mail. If you find some cute things and you think you would purchase it if there was something related to mental health, send me an email or message me, or talk to Mike directly, because that would be really awesome if he started a mental health line. That'd be really cool. Also, I have a lot of books to read and review, and some interviews to do. Suzy, I read your book, God, when it first came out, and I've been trying to get our schedules, coincided so that we can get an interview together. So at some point, I will be doing an interview with Suzy Favor Hamilton. And if you have not read her book, Fast Girl, you should. It's an incredible story. Again, it's an original one, like I've never read before. So it's not like you're reading just the same old memoir over and over again. This is very, very different than any of the memoirs I've read. Except I'm almost finished with Electro Boy by Andy Berman. Andy, I'm almost finished, and yours and Suzy's, I don't know who's, both are very entertaining. So if you have not received a copy or read Electro Boy by Andy Berman, you must. It's a great book, and Andy is an amazing person, just in general. So I highly recommend that. Also, I'm reading Feminine Collective, their book Raw and Unfiltered. I believe if you go to femininecollective.com, they have, I believe they have a special right now that if you can get you can get the Kindle version of this book for $2.99. I have several friends who have written pieces in here, so I'm still plugging through it, but Feminine Collective, I will finish it, I will review it, but so far it's a great compilation of, of a lot of different stories, all different kinds. I mean, and the Feminine Collective is not mental health related necessarily, so these are not mental health related. Not every story in here is mental health related. These are just stories by women, so I wanted to point that out, because even though I am a mental health blogger, things like that, this is just stories that women, and they actually have some men that have written some pieces for them if you go to their website, but this is not primarily mental health. So Feminine Collective, go to femininecollective.com. They also have Twitter and Facebook page, but they are very active on Twitter. So check it out, and there's some great stuff in here, including Dory and Nicole. Loved your pieces, and Julie had to do my shout outs. Okay, the next book I do have to still read and review. This is by Kevin Hall, and it's called Black Sails, White Rabbits. He had cancer, and he survived that, and then was diagnosed with bipolar. And so he works as, or I'm sorry, he not works as, but he is an Olympic sailor, right? Yes, an Olympic sailor. So this should be a very interesting read. Again, another story that I've never read. Suzy Favor Hamilton was an Olympic runner. Here, Kevin was an Olympic sailor. So, but two totally different stories. So I will be reading this, and I will review it. I promise I will, Kevin. As soon as I get a chance. I'm a little backed up. I'm working on it. But it's by Kevin Hall. You can also find Kevin Hall on Twitter. I believe his thing is at Kevin Hall. But if you want to get his book, I believe you can get this now on, I think it's available now on like Barnes and Noble, or Amazon and things like that. I think it's out for, publication now. And let's see, what else do I have? This is a book I received from NAMI for their one series called Coming Out Proud. And basically I'm going to be I have trained and will be doing public speaking for NAMI. So that's another thing that's really, really cool that I'm really excited about. I'll finally get out from behind, the camera here, and about the, from behind the keyboard, and see how I do as a public speaker. And I'm going to be doing crisis intervention training currently. But this book is for their Coming Out Proud series, where they help people who have not come out and come forward with other people about their illness, whether, mental, whatever their illness may be. And they help them kind of go through the steps of how to gradually do it, and how to, how to interact and what to respond to and things like that. So I missed the training for that because I was sick, but I will be training for that as well. But until then, I'm going to be doing some public speaking, which will be really, really cool. And I'm also reading the script of one of my friends. He wrote a script based on a very true story in his life, and it's an issue that I really believe needs to be talked about and addressed. So I can't wait to finish it. I'm almost done. Brandon, I'm sorry. I'm getting there. But yeah, I think that's about all. I'm going to be also, I'll be in August 6th, I'll be live in a podcast. Another really, really cool thing. And yeah, and then I have a couple more interviews to answer. So this month is going to be kind of crazy with me kind of catching up on things. I'm going to try to get some new posts. I had a new post about 2 days ago. I'm going to try to get some more new posts going. If you guys have any suggestions or recommendations or questions about anything, definitely give me a shout out. You can find me on Twitter which is at the Bipolar Hot Mess, or Facebook, or you can email me bipolarhotmess@gmail.com. So yeah, I hope everybody is going to have a happy and safe holiday, and I will talk to you guys soon, and hopefully I will talk to you guys sooner rather than later, you know, so I don't have to make like a 10-minute long thing, but I promise everybody whose book I showed, if I haven't read it yet, I will read it. I promise. Okay, well, that's all. Thanks. BipolarHotMess.com. Bye.